What's up guys, SaneTree here and welcome back to Seasons. Last time we have built our super smelter down below and also we have done our bedroom. And yeah, this place is still empty. But today, what I want to do today I think is very exciting. But we will get to that a little bit later. What I want to do in the beginning of today's episode is show you what I've done in our smelter since our last video. Because, well, I have basically rebuilt the whole thing. I conducted some tests and I was able to nail down why we had all the issues with this smelter. Basically, the main problem was these turning points. We had a problem with these being directly, and yeah, I can't speak again. The problem was that these turning points were directly next to the hoppers, and yeah, the thing that I was worried about happening with those turns here was happening basically everywhere. We had like a turning point. Even here we had like this rail was going up here and turning there, and that's why this furnace right here was getting more items than it should. But all these are solved now. Also, I rearranged the furnaces a bit. We got rid of those ones in that corner, and also that meant that we no longer needed the rails to turn around here. So we had lots more space here in that corner, and that's why I was able to put much more furnaces here. Overall, we have now 3 more furnaces than we had before, and the layout is much simpler, so I think that's really a good change. Down below with the new furnace layout, we obviously had to redo the whole collection system, and it's not that simple how it is now. I mean, it's still not really that complicated, but yeah, there is some fun stuff going on with these rails here. So, the first, when the minecart goes down, it turns here and gets onto this small loop, maybe? Yeah, I think I can call it a loop. So it goes here and then goes straight on, bounces back off that wall and then goes to here. Then here it is able, I hope so, I haven't tested it yet, we will test that in a moment. I hope it will be able to pick up items from this furnace right here and then fall down through that hole. By the way, yeah, the layout is already tested, so the minecart can successfully make its way around. But yeah, it falls down here, then it goes onto this rail, then goes here, bounces back, and goes back to the unloader up there. Between the episodes I also was in the caves, so we have a lot of fuel to be used in our smelter, so we can put it all here. That should totally be enough, so we need to wait a moment for it to enter the hopper minecart, and we can turn on the smelter. The clock definitely... oh, okay, so it worked. It works brilliantly, I think. The clock is definitely on the right amount of delay, because we are getting new sand before it all gets depleted, so we don't lose any fuel. And we are obviously getting glass up here, so that's absolutely brilliant. The smelter should now work flawlessly. I checked all the input lines, they input precisely the amount of items I wanted them to put in the furnaces, so it should all hopefully function as intended. But we are not here to talk about our super smelter for the whole episode today. As I said, I want to do a very exciting thing, because I think this will be the first properly technical project of this world. So, there is one specific resource in the game that basically gets used every time you do something technical. Every time you do a machine or a farm or anything, you always end up using tons of this resource. I'm talking obviously about iron, and yeah, mining for it isn't really the best way of getting loads and loads of it. So what we will do today is build an iron farm. And obviously, with the new 1.14 villager mechanics, we don't need anymore to build a huge, absolutely titanic farm. Do you get the pun? Okay. We don't have to build a huge farm, massive, absolutely massive, like with hundreds and hundreds of doors to build a very, very efficient iron farm. So, yeah. We'll build it, I don't know actually where yet, because I have a plan. I have a plan where to put it, and for that we actually need a bit of planning. What you're currently looking at is me building some dirt pillars, but these aren't just some many old pillars, oh no. These are actually the markings where I want our mountains to be. And when I said they will be massive, I really meant it. Look how tall they are, look how tall they are compared to our house. We are not at the point where we start the construction of the mountains just yet because we just don't have the necessary resources, but I needed to mark them out for a very, very important reason. A few episodes back I said that I want this mountain town to become our first fully fledged base with all the farms and all that stuff. But if you look at the houses we have constructed, there aren't that many yet, but the other ones will be definitely similar in shape and size. They aren't really that big. That means we wouldn't really have a way of fitting the farms inside these houses. That's why I came up with a different solution. This place is a mountain town, and what happens quite often also in our real world is that in there are often some kind of mining operations taking place. And that's how we will construct all the farms in our base. We will just build them and then cover them up with a mountain. Obviously, then we will make a nice panel and an access to the farm, so you will have an entrance to the mines and a way to access all the control panels and all that stuff. Basically, that's the idea. Obviously, it will get us a while to get there, because not only will we have to construct the mountains, but also the mines themselves, because yeah, the mountains will be hollow on the inside, so we will have to build all the corridors ourselves, like place all the blocks. But given enough time, as it always is with these ambitious Minecraft projects, I'm sure this will eventually become reality, and honestly, I can't wait. I gotta say, these pillars look a little bit silly here, but trust me, eventually they are going to turn into something truly, truly amazing. But let's finally start the work on our farm. I have picked out a place. I decided this mountain is the best spot for the farm to be in, because we will have our villager breeder and basically all the villager stuff going on down there. So that mountain right here I thought would be too close to it, but I also didn't want it to be too far away from my house, because yeah, I want it to be loaded so it can produce the iron for me. So that's why I decided to put it here, and I hope it doesn't mess with whatever will be going on down there, because yeah, that wouldn't really be that nice. The spawning cell that I will use in this farm was designed by DocM77. Obviously the link to the tutorial is in the description, so be sure to check it out, because it's a really great video if you somehow happen to not know that guy and know me. We have all the resources we need in that shulker box, but we also need something very, very important without what the farm won't really work, and that is villagers. We will have to transform 6 villagers from that village over there, because the one here are kind of not alive. Yeah. But we will have to transport 6 villagers from that place. So, yep. Rail action it is again. I hate transporting villagers in Minecraft. This is absolutely the worst task that can exist in the game because they are so stubborn and stupid. They always just go not in this direction you want them to go, and it's just it's just terrible. But I don't really have a choice, do I? We have a slight problem though. If we walk past these houses in that village, in some of them you can notice a very, very bad thing, and that is the doors are gone. The doors are gone, which means that there were zombies spawning around here, and they were destroying the doors because I play on hard, and they were killing the villagers that were hiding in the houses. And now we only have 4 of them left. Yep, from this entire village, there's only 4 of these guys left. Which is really, really bad, because I need 6 of them up there. There are 2 more villagers in my house, but I need them to construct the breeder in the future. So, I think I will have to construct some kind of temporary breeding cell. We won't do that here because we need to transport these guys over there anyway. So, I guess we will build the breeding cell just underneath the farm, or just where this rail ends. Because, yeah, as you see, I did not build the rail all the way to this village, but rather I figured that we have this frozen river right here anyway, so I can just put them in the boats and just transport them this way. And look, just like that, we now have a villager over here. So yeah, we need to transport all 4 of these guys and then build a breeding cell down here. Obviously a temporary one, it will just be a glass box with beds inside. And just like that, we have 8 villagers out of the 4 we previously had. As you see, the breeder is constructed, and honestly, breeding villagers in Minecraft 1.14 is so simple. All you need is some beds inside an area, basically. It doesn't even have to be closed off, and feed them some food, carrots, potatoes or beetroots, I think it is, and you have babies. Now what we have to do is transport 6 of these guys up there. I decided to breed 2 more just in case something goes wrong, so yeah. This guy here is right here because I actually tested if this rail works, and it kind of didn't, because the villager got stuck halfway through and then just came back. So I did some more improvements. I added some of these rails to the most upwards bit, let's say, and I hope it works. So let's go. Okay, it goes well. And now the most important bit. Come on. Yes, it worked. Excuse me, what are you doing here? Go back to your home. And it's not nice to run away from your parents like that. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Oh no, what did I do? No, don't you dare. Don't you dare! Okay. Oh no, we need to save it. Blocks, quickly, blocks. Spruce logs, whatever. Get them out of this monstrosity. Oh my goodness, why does it even happen? Who thought of the idea that you can put a boat in a minecart? This is craziness. Oh my goodness, it's the 2nd villager and I already have all sorts of trouble. Just please, somebody help me. And that is the last guy up here, and put him in the boat. There we go. We now successfully have all 6 villagers up here where we want to build our farm. Oh, Oh my goodness, it was really, really tough, but I did it. I did it. I'm extremely proud of myself. I won't hide it, because, yeah, transporting villagers in Minecraft is like the worst nightmare you can have. But now that we have successfully gathered all these guys here, we can finally start the work on the farm itself. The spawning chamber, as I said, will be Doc's design, but the killing mechanism will be a thing that I designed myself. And the best way to show it to you and explain it all is on my creative test world. And before we start, here is a disclaimer. I am by no means a technical Minecraft expert, so basically everything you see here, there is a possibility, there is even a very strong likelihood that you might do these things better, more efficient, and I don't know what else. This is just a working thing, and I designed it myself, obviously, except that spawning part, but I'm really, really proud of this, and I just want to show you how it works, so that's all. Obviously, here we have the spawning chamber, and how it works is that we have 3 villagers in one cell, 3 villagers in the other, and a zombie on the inside in between them. And how this works is these guys here bob up and down in the water, and they are constantly scared by this zombie, which means that they want to spawn iron golems here, up here in the water, because that's basically the only spawning spaces in this entire area. If you want a more detailed explanation on the spawning of the golems themselves, then, as I said, there is a link to the tutorial in the description, but I don't think I need to explain it all here, because a video on this topic was already made. But the killing mechanism is all mine. These pillars here are only to funnel the golems into the lava down below. I don't know if they are necessary, I just build them to be extra safe, I guess. And then we have this lava down here. And by basically trial and error, I discovered that if you put the lava sources 4 blocks below the cauldron with the zombie, and then let it flow down for 12 blocks, then at the bottom, when you have something like this, so basically the lava stops, there's some signs and a collection mechanism below it. Basically, with such a lava setup, the golems swim down, and just as they reach the bottom, they die, and their drops don't get burned. So yeah, I am really, really proud of this thing, because this is basically so simple to make, and it works flawlessly. I have not seen any single drop being destroyed in this lava, and also I have not seen a single iron golem fall through and not be killed by this lava. So yeah, I think it's really, really great. So I think it's time to finally build this thing on Seasons. And this is how the farm is looking like. I know it's terrible. I mean, it really isn't that beautiful. It's a giant box floating in the sky, but in the future it will get covered up by a mountain, so it doesn't matter. I actually put the villagers into their cells between the clips. I recorded myself putting them inside, but I gotta be honest, this recording really wasn't that great. I am still learning to comment fluently while recording videos in English. So yeah, this will be a process, but I'm getting slowly better and better. Especially so I had another break in recording, so yeah, it's not really that great. But still, I'm getting better and better with every word I say. So eventually, I think we will get there. Yes, and you might have noticed that I am running around in the darkness. And I'm not actually doing this without a purpose. We need a zombie. We need a zombie, and we need to put it in this cauldron up there. We can't really see that right now, but it's there, trust me. Okay, dude, follow me. Follow me, Mr. Robert. I don't know why he's called Robert, but apparently he is. Okay, what I found while transporting the villagers is that the minecart needs to be moving to capture any mobs. Okay, this is not going well. Yes, finally. Finally. Okay, no creepers inside, that's good. Let's get this... There's the rail. Let's get this dude up to his home. And there he goes, and there he goes back. Fantastic. Okay, please work. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. This is like the worst nightmare. I'm so bad at this game. I've been playing it for 8 years and I am still terrible. Let's do this. And now he should hopefully arrive just here. Hello, Mr. Robert. Nice to see you. And now the worst part. We need to actually get him up this ridiculous staircase into the cauldron. And did it work first try? Oh my god, I think it did. No, obviously. He had to get out. But now if he can't, it worked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this went so well. Surely something has to go wrong now, because this went so much better than I expected, especially after what was happening just before. So now we only have to put the lava in, put the signs down below, make the item collection system, and we can waterlog these two trapdoors here. Oh, and this trapdoor is opened because I forgot to close it. I will do it in a moment. But yeah, basically all we need to do now is turn this thing on. So I have the lava ready in my inventory, and now we need to put it in its place. So let's do it. We need to wait a bit for it to flow all the way to the edge before we actually get rid of the dirt. So this should be fine now. So now we need to make sure that there's absolutely no dirt underneath it, because if there is, then well, it's bad news. I think it's all fine. So now the other side. And that should be it. I will double check if nothing's left underneath this lava after the episode, but now I need to get some water and turn the farm on. One bucket here, and the other one here, and should be working. Yeah, that's what I wanted to avoid. But the other golem is definitely burning. It spawns golems, so that's a good thing. definitely. But now we need to make sure that they are dying down below. And it's working. It's working. Our golems are dying in the lava. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's truly, truly beautiful. And that's gonna be it for today's episode. I know it was a longer one again, but I really wanted to finish it, and honestly, it definitely was one of my favorite videos I've made on this channel. So, if you liked it, then don't forget to leave a like, and feel free to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future projects here on Seasons. We will build a new farm in the next episode, I think. So yeah, that's one thing to look out for. And remember, there is no such thing as bad creativity. See you next time.